Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to Al Jazeera, the United Nations International Maritime Organization, has begun evacuating more than 11,000 sailors stranded in the Strait of Hormuz. The evacuation follows a preliminary memorandum of understanding signed between the United States and Iran to end the U.S.-Israel war on Iran. Following the outbreak of the conflict on February 28, Tehran had effectively closed off the vital waterway, leaving hundreds of commercial vessels trapped. EMO Secretary General Arsenio Dominguez stated that the rescue operation is being conducted in close cooperation with Iran, Oman, other regional coastal states, the U.S., and the maritime industry. Shipping traffic has already begun to increase, with commercial vessels carefully traversing the strait under phased safety protocols due to the elevated risk of collisions. Denmark has also announced it will join an international maritime mission led by France and Britain to help reopen the strait, while U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio emphasized that Iran would not be permitted to charge tolls in the international waterway under any final deal. Tehran's top negotiator, Ghalibaf, insisted the strait would not return to its pre-war status quo. As reported by Japan Today, Japan and Ukraine have signed a joint action plan to promote private sector cooperation aimed at supporting the war-torn country's economic and industrial reconstruction. The agreement was finalized during a visit to Kyiv by Japan's senior vice ministers for foreign affairs and industry, Ayano Kunimitsu and Kenji Yamada. This trip marks the first visit to Ukraine by political appointees under Prime Minister Sonai Takaichi's administration. The Japanese delegation held talks with high-level Ukrainian officials, including Deputy Prime Minister Taras Kochka, Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha, and Oleksiy Sobolev, the Minister of Economy, Environment, and Agriculture. During the discussions, Kochka expressed his hopes to broaden cooperation, while Kunimitsu reaffirmed Japan's firm commitment to maintaining sanctions against Russia. According to the government, this visit also represents the first by senior Japanese officials since former Foreign Minister Takeshi Iwaiwa traveled to Ukraine in November 2024, signaling continued robust support for Ukraine's recovery efforts. According to a report by CNBC, S&P Global announced that Alphabet will replace Verizon in the Dow Jones Industrial Average before the start of trading next Monday. This move further expands the presence of mega-cap technology companies in the prestigious 30-stock blue-chip index. Alphabet's Class A shares, trading under the ticker GOOG, rose approximately 1% in after-hours trading following the announcement. With this addition, the California-based search giant joins its prominent technology peers, including NVIDIA, Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft, in the index. S&P Global stated that including Alphabet will bolster the Dow's exposure to critical modern sectors such as artificial intelligence, cloud infrastructure, and advertising. Meanwhile, Verizon's low share price meant it previously accounted for only about half a percentage point of the price-weighted index. In other index changes, S&P Global noted that Honeywell International will remain in the Dow under its new name, Honeywell Technologies, following the completion of the spin-off of its Aerospace division, though the spun-off entity itself will not be added to the index. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, currently visiting Gulf allies, has asserted that no country has the right to impose tolls on ships traversing the Strait of Hormuz. According to Sinhuanet, Rubio emphasized upon his arrival in Abu Dhabi that the strait is an international waterway, and charging fees for passage violates established international law. This statement comes amidst a period of diplomatic easing between the United States and Iran, following the recent signing of a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, aimed at ending hostilities. The agreement has paved the way for upcoming high-level talks in Switzerland. Rubio is scheduled to continue his regional tour with visits to Kuwait and Bahrain, where he will engage in discussions at a Gulf Cooperation Council meeting to address regional stability and ongoing security challenges. SpaceX has successfully launched its Starfall demo mission from the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. According to Sinhuanet, the mission utilized the Falcon 9 rocket to deploy a new uncrewed reentry vehicle into low Earth orbit. This demonstration is a significant step toward developing affordable routine access to the microgravity environment, which will support scientific research and the emerging commercial in-space manufacturing market. Furthermore, the Starfall vehicle is designed to enable point-to-point delivery of critical cargo through space on rapid timelines. After completing its flight demonstrations, the spacecraft is scheduled to splash down in the Pacific Ocean. This initiative marks a milestone in SpaceX's efforts to provide space-based services at scale, effectively managing cargo logistics and material production in the unique conditions of space. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.